is just because of the new shield main, it seems hard to for Rogue to kill Warrior now, but who knows? We see some rogues, if they run Sabotage, that can be an exceptionally strong card against Warrior
Oh
because
yeah,
you
that is
destroy the
insane.
weapon and the minion. Okay,
Right.
so it seems like it's Paladin versus Warrior.
Oh
Um,
wow.
we do see
Well,
BGH already. That's a really important card. BGH and Harrison, two top tier cards against
oh
Warrior,
my
but
God, look at Savjz's hand. It's like so gross.
okay, so he has a nice curve, right? 987, the
Starting
reverse
from
curve.
turn 4. Yeah, if only he draws like a shield maiden, he'll complete it straight and he can play
Yeah.
poker instead. Like play a professional poker. Okay, not quite. But still, it's like, what kind of hand is that?
Yeah, well, I mean, RDU has a pretty slow hand as well. Not as slow, but Paladin generally
Mm.
wants the fast start against Warrior. Normally, you want to start pressuring with maybe stuff like, Noritron or Shield and Mini Bot. But yeah, he does pick up Paladin Shredder.
Mhm. Oh, this way is gonna come here, and I'm pretty sure RDU is not going to muster next turn, because that would be terrible.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
see what
for
we'll see what
multiple
minion comes out here.
reasons.
Oh, is that a good one? Not
That is probably not a good one. A little bit too
I,
weak.
yeah, I mean actually it doesn't have any effect, right? Unless you Argus it. Oh, that has an effect.
Okay, yeah. But stuff is probably gonna mostly get whirlwinded down. I guess this whirlwind isn't too great here. He can take out the. I don't even know what the name of that is. Master Swordsmith.
Yeah,
But
Master Swordsmith, yeah.
but I
But I
guess
hmm.
you can cruel the 3-1 after maybe.
Yeah, I guess that's the only move, but you don't feel good about it. I mean, using
Uh,
whirlwind effects against paladins really quickly is like, what happens when they muster you, right? And
mm,
then if you don't have an immediate answer, it's gonna get quartermastered. So then you only have a brawl. Again, sure, you use it, and then your paladin opponent just uses it again.
so he has to decide what to do here because Sludge Belcher is just gonna die to these two minions. It does take him out, but he has to think just what he values a little bit more in his hand: the Cruel or the Sludge Belcher. I think he's going for the save the Cruel Taskmaster. Maybe it's more important later to activate things like Grom.
And maybe activate things like brawl as well, like just a little buffer, I guess. All right. Lothar's. Oh, it's actually not an attack. There's actually no attack here. That is really interesting.
Maybe he wants to trade the Lothab into the 3-5 more
Yeah,
efficiently. It kind of
but
makes
that's
sense
gonna get
because on the Lothab turn, they're kind of locking out a lot of the spells. So
right, but that's gonna get punished by the Taskmaster, and now RDO's position is a little bit behind, I guess. I'm feeling because now it's like he didn't really put a lot of pressure in the early turns, and now Savjz
uh,
is like up to the curve, right? Like he's curving really well now.
he's curving into his reverse, nine
Right.
nine down to 5 curve. But
Uh-huh.
what do you think about this matchup going to late game? Generally we think generally Warrior has been the better class late game, but
Right.
Paladin has so many answers going to late game, especially with this hand with Harrison Jones, BGH.
Right.
Eventually, Paladins can maybe overrun the Warrior with the hero power. Like the hero power definitely lines up advantageously for Paladin in this matchup, but
Yeah.
Warrior has the bigger curve to kind of make up for it. So.
Yeah, I mean, before Balance ran a lot of heals, right? Like they had one Holy Light to activate the Pyromancer and stuff like that. But now Paladins actually only run Lay on Hands, for example, and two swords, right? So I feel like Warrior also has an advantage now with Alex Straza in their face and just waiting.
Yeah. Once you Alex Strauss to the face, you immediately kind of start threatening lethal immediately. Even if you have one weapon, you can just threaten lethal with Grom plus Cruel already. So,
I mean, Savjz definitely has the hand to beat this matchup, I think.
mhm.
Ooh. Gonna see a muster here and probably a weapon to hit one of the bombs, but if it hits the Lothab, it's gonna be disastrous.
But
Ardia's gonna
interesting enough,
get
Savitz
this.
has the Harrison here, which he can draw
Oh,
3 cards if he
oh,
wants
that is
to.
yeah, that is
That's pretty
really enticing.
crazy, right?
Yeah, but now he needs to solve the board too, so I think
That's
he
true.
might even fall here.
Hmm. The problem for
Ooh,
Savitz is he's close to dying. Wow. Now
that
he
is a
might be
big
able to
draw.
pull off the Harrison without having to uh, he can just Harrison and Whirlwind and mostly clear the board. Depends what the
Mhm.
Boombot hits, actually.
So do you hit the boombot first, and hit it on the Lotheb, and then hope it hits the BGH.
Maybe you can hit the BGH, and then if it misses, you can execute the Lotheb
Oh
and
yeah,
still
you're right.
roll it. And then Harrison, maybe? I don't know. I would think that you want to Harrison just because drawing 3 cards is so it's so important. But I can also
Yeah.
see just trying to save Harrison for a weapon like True Silver Champion because Savjz is so low in life that it's pretty important to destroy the 8 damage. So it looks like he did go for the BGH.
Yeah, and now he will probably Harrison here, just like you said. Drawing 3 cards is too tempting. But the True Silver is gonna get saved. Whoa! Bouncing
Oh, bouncing
blades!
blade.
Oh
That's
baby.
interesting. Oh, is he
He's
gonna
actually
punch
using
it?
the axe here. Wow.
Okay, he's just
Actually that
really
does make sense, right?
he
Because you have
has
bouncing
shield block
blades?
and he has shield block and shield main, so maybe he
Yeah.
just feels he has enough armor. And he's probably right. He has what 10 armor in his hand, so
Mhm. Well now it's RDU cannot use both Harrison and True Silver, so obviously you want to remove the minion onto board. Summon a dude, put his Skittles down. That's pretty good.
yeah, start pressuring. Pound just wants a hero power almost every turn in this matchup, just because the 1/1s this is like the way for Paladin to kind of slowly pull ahead in this matchup, right? Because you know that
Yeah.
Warrior has a higher mana curve, so you kind of like make up for it with just keep making dudes, and every one of these 1/1s kind of warrants a little bit of a response, and eventually you just run Warrior over. So
But now Savjz actually could Alexstrasza the face, and well, I mean, usually you don't. Paladins have like outdoors and stuff like that, but then
uh,
already is a BGH. So really, outdoor is like the only card. I mean, equality I guess is also a card, but already doesn't have any of those answers just yet.
do you think Savitz is scared of dying? Though he is at 11 life with say 6 power on board, and if you
Right.
include the so I mean I
So
guess you can't die probably because it's hard for Pally to burst for 5 more, but
they could like quartermaster and consecrate, but that's really the maximum burst they have, right? So it's not really that scary, I think, especially if you hit the 1/1.
uh-huh. So maybe he is going for it. It really depends because Savitz actually doesn't have a lot of burst himself to finish off
Mhm.
RDU. Even though you Alex Draza, oh, heals
Oh,
himself. Interesting.
okay. Going for the longer game, I guess.
Mhm.
And there is the quartermaster pickup. Wow.
And there's a muster here,
Yeah.
so this could be a very strong turn for RDU.
I'm
Um,
pretty sure he wants to use this True Silver before mustering, though. So, we might see a Dr. Boom here just because he still has the weapon.
Savitz has a brawl in his hand, which is going to be almost his only way to answer if he
Mhm.
does do muster quartermaster. Uh,
Oh, that does happen here.
Yeah,
Uh,
now you're starting lethal. Basically, RD's move basically forces a response from Savitz. He's saying
right.
you basically have to show me the brawl, or else.
Show me the brawl, and here it is.
Yeah,
Oh, not rag, not rag, but the
not
brawl.
right.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, so let's see who survives here. Alexstrasza is immediately dead, and the quartermaster actually lives.
Quartermaster, that's okay. This bouncing blades is used as a deadly shot here.
All right, now that's one way to stabilize the board.
Mhm. The problem is Doctor Boom follow up, which is always a scary thing to drop on empty board. Doctor Boom is so
Right.
hard to deal with.
Right.
There's almost no way to deal with Doctor Boom like cost efficiently. The only real way is BGH, but BGH isn't completely enough. Good thing for Sweets is he actually has the BGH, so he can greatly nullify the effect of Doctor Boom. But Doctor Boom is such a strong card that even BGH doesn't just directly completely counter it. So
Yeah, we've seen Firebat yesterday with Dr. Boom. Sure, his 7/7 body was dead, but the boom bots dealt like 4 damage each. So that's
I
like,
remember
how
that.
much
Yeah,
damage are you dealing? So yeah.
I think Firebat's Doctor Boom just. It seemed like it did like 20 damage or something.
Yeah, it was pretty
It's pretty
crazy.
crazy.
Well, okay, BGH does count down here, but RDA does have the 2 boom bots, which is quite powerful. Equality is not too useful right now, I think. I'm pretty sure we're gonna. Well, do you actually silence the Acolyte? Your opponent has so many cards, anyways.
I think it's viable, even though you are kind of going for lethal. Um, War doesn't have that many things that are must silence. It's pretty much just Sylvanas and maybe like Sludge Belter nowadays.
Mhm.
And if they're very low, you can kind of just ignore Sylvanas and go face, especially after the brawl has been used. It's really brawl that really makes Sylvanas really scary, right? Because if you go face, they can brawl after and guarantee the victory. But with the brawl being used, maybe it's not as important to just be able to
Well,
silence Sylvanas.
yeah. But then, like right now, it looks like the silence might get rewarded because the Sylvanas is going to get silenced. But look at RDU's hand. It's like he's just used all his steam, right?
Artie is really really hoping that Savjz drops the weapon because he doesn't really need to destroy the weapon with Harrison. He just needs the cards more than anything, I think.
Right.
So he's just hoping that Savjz does play weapon, draw some cards. Wow,
Ooh,
Ragnar's here. Seems
that seems
it seems
rather.
okay, but it's a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, Shield Maiden kind of achieves the same thing as Ragnaros would do, right? I mean, hmm.
I think Savjz is thinking about Sylvanas because it kind of preemptively stops a Tyrion,
Right?
whereas
But then
his hand
you
here
have
is kind
like
of
shield
awkward.
slam.
Mhm.
You have the shield slam that you might able to like snipe with Sylvanas later. That's always a good thing to like respond to Tyrion, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, to
goes
the dome.
face. I guess that's good.
Oh, is it? Wow, there is a quartermaster again. So how much burst is
Interesting.
this? I mean, it's not a lot, but
No.
okay.
Okay, it's
Okay,
It's
right.
probably like around 8 points damage.
Right. If this
Unless
number
the boot
actually
bot.
hits the 2-1, that'll be pretty
That's
big.
better. 3
Ooh,
damage is. I guess it's okay. Okay,
okay.
so RDU is using his second quartermaster here. Good thing for RDU is Savjz has used his brawl already, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Although the problem with this is the board isn't so scary that it really warrants a brawl to begin with.
Right.
Um,
So do
I
you
think
just
he's
push for damage
thinking,
here?
yeah, he's thinking of what to attack. Does he use the True Silver to hit this, or use the 3-3? I think you just use the True Silver if you are gonna hit it. In fact, I think you
Really?
can even ignore the 2-1.
Yeah, I think you ignore it because Alstraza
Yeah.
was used, Brawl was used. The 2-1 is not gonna get buffed because it's a
I mean,
one
if
health
you
creature.
have to kill the 2-1, I would prefer the True Silver. I mean, you're effectively saving yourself 2 damage on your 3-3 at the cost of 1 less damage, right? Because
Right. Yeah.
so it doesn't really make sense to trade the 3-1, the 3-3 for it. Not trade, but take it out. Okay, so RD saves his weapon.
Okay, and Grommash just gonna come down here, but 2 Shield Maidens is really just guarantee Savjz to stay alive, if
Yeah.
anything. But he can't clear the board too well. He can only kill 1 minion. Seems like. Oh, I guess he can use Execute. Yeah, that's a card he can use.
Hmm. I mean, he has Savjz's options. I think Savjz is thinking about how inefficiently to play this because he's so close to dying. And he does have Shield Slam and Execute. It's just these aren't really the targets you really want to Shield Slam and Execute.
Right.
So
But then again, it's a paladin. Like, how many big creatures
yeah,
do they? I mean, they have like a Doctor Boom, I guess, which is really the only thing. But then you killed it already. They have Tyrion, but then Tyrion can't really be executed or shield slammed.
ooh, that's a pretty good top deck. If you Elder the 5/5, you can just start going face and ignoring it probably.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can slowly take it out with your 3/3 here, just because the 1/5 is kind of like threatening to be a Dude Slayer. So maybe you
Yeah, you
take it
don't
out
want
over
to
a few
stairs.
turns. Yeah.
I mean, 15 health. It looks really enticing to go for the kill, but then once again, like there's like no burst from the paladin side.
Yeah,
So
I mean, especially since already has his True Silver equipped, he feels he's fairly close. But with his hand being Harrison and Al, he doesn't feel like he can finish the game going face. So maybe he's thinking he needs to take this game slow and take out the Dude Slayer. But
mhm. Ooh,
ooh, Whirlwind.
is the whirlwind gonna be good here?
Well, it might be good in the long run, but probably not this turn.
I mean, you're looking at this board, and you still have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So, hmm.
I wonder if Savjz can do something like Grom Whirlwind execute and just start racing.
I
Is
guess you
that a
can.
possible scenario? Because Savjz knows RD has had kind of like dead turns for a while. Hasn't been
Right.
using his mana. Has a fairly situational hand, like not much to do. So, oh,
Oh,
using
looks
Grom
like he's
for
gonna go for
removal.
it. Oh, just removal? Okay, not
It
using
seems like
whirlwind.
it. Interesting.
All right.
It's a good plan here because he feels that he can just win by like attrition, right? You know, RDU
Wait,
has so
but then
little cards.
I mean, if you're looking at the card sizes, it looks like Savjz is running out of cards.
That's true. Savjz himself is actually running. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, we
six.
can actually see that. Perfect. That's so sick.
Interesting.
6 cards, and RDU actually has 12
12.
cards.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. So, is it possible that Savjz fatigues out without being able to kill after he uses
Um.
Grom
Well, he
and
does have 2 lamps right
Ragnaros?
now. Does it depend on if he has a Geddon or not? Because like these dudes are just gonna start overwhelming.
Oh yeah, Geddon is the ultimate drop here against Paladin in this kind of situation. It threatens lethal very quickly, and they can't drop dudes against Geddon.
Right. Here's a silence. I mean, I think it's actually pretty lucky for Savjz not to draw a weapon.
Yeah.
Like, RDU's hand just like
Already,
sitting there. I mean, how
it's so
often do you see
weird,
Harrison
right?
being dead against a
Yeah,
warrior?
exactly. It's so weird. Like this Harrison's been sitting here the whole game as
Right.
Pally versus Warrior, you know.
Yeah. Oh, this
So
Rowan
this,
is gonna actually be very useful.
hmm.
This king has played Spellage Belcher, and I should go for face here. So Savjz is looking at lethal next turn if RD doesn't do something drastic.
So already needs a big top deck here. And
It
is that
that's
it?
it
That
is
might be
something.
good enough, actually.
Yeah, that
This
should be
does
good.
prevent RD from dying.
Oh, you can use your hero power on minions. Summon a 1/1 on top of something else.
Uh,
Oh,
so
just gonna
okay,
drop
so
Harrison.
this
He
is
can't wait any
solo
longer.
Harrison. I
Wow.
get if you're desperate enough, he just
Yeah,
has
that's
to do it.
good. Would it be so funny
Armor
if
Smith.
Savjz just top decked the weapon?
Yeah. Armor Smith's a nice pickup here, just because I think there's going to be a lot of creature combat going on in the next, 2 turns, maybe even the next turn. So this Armor Smith is effectively threatening like five or so armor, even if you do
This
a lot
game
of
kind of
trades.
came down to like Harrison on the Light's Justice with drawing 3 cards. That's just insane.
Yeah. Savit's just got so much value from his Harrison just to draw that many cards that he was able to overwhelm.
Oh, Execute's getting used here as well, so he's practically all in. What can RDU draw here? Like a Tyrion or something? Or lay on hands?
Tyrion and Lay on Hands are definitely what he wants. They're his biggest
Ooh.
cards.
That's not one of them.
No.
Unfortunate. And yeah, RDU gets defeated by Savjz, a warrior. And yeah, like we said, I mean, warrior does have a
Bouncing
chance.
Blades effectively good or bad against a certain type of deck. Oh, interesting. It's this Mech Druid again.
Oh wow! So RDU is bringing the Mech Druid, and we saw how powerful it could get with
Yeah,
D2.
because D2 played it. Interesting
Yeah.
thing for Mech Druid is some of the mechs have Death Rattle, which makes Bouncing Blades a pretty bad spell against them.
Yeah.
Like
Well, don't
the
you think
Pilot
Bouncing
Shredder.
Blades is such a good spell against Handlock? Like you can just Bouncing Blades 2 giants and execute the other one. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like it's insane.
that is really sick actually. Because Deadly Shot is really good against giants, and Bouncing Blades is even better if you don't have a board. I guess even if you have a board, it depends what you have, right? Because if you have things like
Okay.
Acolyte of Pain, you actually, it's actually
Oh yeah, you get
good.
extra value from that. Yeah.
Oh, but what if the Bouncing Blade just kills your Acolyte of Pain and doesn't kill the giant?
Then you draw 3 cards as like a
draw
confirmation
3 cards. Okay, maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
But
Well, Savjz is gonna hit the face here. I mean, you have a second War Axe. I guess why not?
oh, did we see something weird here? Because RDU didn't play Mech Warper.
That's true. He's saving it for like an innervate, perhaps. That is really
Maybe-
weird. I mean, well, I guess the axe is there, right? So he doesn't want to just donate a minion to your opponent.
Yeah. So Savitz basically played the axe on turn before
Right.
before RDU.
Oh!
Wow, that might be
Is
one
Savage
of the
Roar here?
Wow, that Savage Roar is starting. I don't think he's Savage Roar, but it seems
What else
like
do you
it's a
do
lot of
here? You
damage.
have 4 mana. It's Savage Roar.
I still think it's gonna be a Mech Warper
Alright, it's a Mech
because
Warp.
the Mech
Now-
Warper. Oh, the Mech Warper can Mech Warper out the Pilot Shredder next turn because you have
Yeah.
to punch. You have to punch
You have
that.
to punch the Wind
You
Fury.
have to
It's so
do that, right?
dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. That's too much damage.
That is hilarious.
That's actually
Uh-oh.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Savitz decides to punch here. Oh!
Oh,
because he has a Belcher.
wow!
Because he has a Belcher, right? So he
Yeah,
can't
that's
through.
true. That's
That's-
interesting.
Yeah. If he didn't have this Belcher, we could have seen a totally another game because
Right.
that could
Well,
have entered.
combo is in hand now, so that's pretty dangerous. Savjz is gonna punch up these 3-2. Can't really deal with the Adric right now, but Sylvanas is gonna pretty much guarantee the board situation here.
So in my opinion, Warrior is in an excellent spot now. Even though RDU has a crazy hand, like you see, RDU has so many things to do, and you know, he has so many good cards in his hand. Has combo,
Right.
has draw, has, you know, strong creatures. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's generally no matter how many cards you have as Druid, it's so hard to play from behind.
Right.
Especially with a, you know, one Sylvanas and a Belcher up against this board, it's so hard to ever do anything because he doesn't have any way to deal with this Sylvanas here. Is the problem.
Yeah.
So it's hard to ever drop anything without risk getting
Well,
mind
yeah.
controlled.
Hmm. I mean, if he drops another minion here, he gets punished by Taskmaster really, really badly, right?
Hmm.
He has a 5 damage swipe. I wonder if he used that on the Belcher, for example, and then just hit the slime afterwards.
But you can't swipe at the spell power here because you just lose your Drake.
Well, no, you
So,
swipe the Belcher and then you hit the slime with the Drake instead, so you keep 1 minion on the board.
mhm.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a very scary situation.
Yeah.
Ooh. So we can actually clear the board here without using Sylvanas, but then swiping as an answer. Is there a good way to deal with this situation?
Um,
I mean, Acolyte and Whirlwind seems to be really good. I mean, use the Belcher to attack the Drake first, right?
I think
But
Savjz is thinking about stealing the other Azure Drake with
oh yeah,
punching the
you're
5/5
right.
on the 4/1
But
and
then you
then
kind of Whirlwind your
Acolyte
own
forward.
Belcher.
But that doesn't make sense, right? Because you're stealing the Azure Drake, but you're getting such a poor attack that you're not gaining any value anyways. Like you're just
Mhm.
effectively like leaving yourself with the Azure Drake instead of Sylvanas.
Okay.
I think I like the trade like he's doing, and then Acolyte Whirlwind. Just
Yeah.
leave up his Sylvanas. This way, if RDU responds with a swipe, he gets to draw 3 cards from the Acolyte.
And 3 is like the magic number for that card.
So
Well,
that kind of sucks
Savjz is
for
still
Druid to
getting
play from
low.
behind.
Yeah, Savjz is still getting kind of low. So that's the thing. Fortunate for him, swipe is the well, not really the whole turn, right? You have a Spirit Tank to kind of squeeze it in, the 3 mana. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. But I mean, if Warrior gets ahead, he can just stay ahead here. It really depends how this turn plays out. Savjz can YOLO Rag or
Ooh! Ooh, he wants to guarantee the kill.
mhm.
Okay. Well
In
then.
this matchup, I think oftentimes Grom isn't really used as a finisher, but more like just for board control
Okay.
because you
Well,
know you
this
just
is
kind of want to
insane then.
stabilize. Hmm.
Like, this is insane. He has to use the force of nature to remove this.
And then you're
Oh
always behind.
wow! This is what? That's crazy. It's like, oh, you can have your Grom. I don't care. I'm just gonna play my own turn.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
Oh,
that's Druid, right? Sometimes you just have to make these power plays because you have to just you want to take initiative somehow. If you're just stuck every turn removing the warrior's minions, you just slowly
mhm,
fall more and more behind as you take more damage. This way,
right.
you know, RD is kind of forcing something to happen
Okay.
because
Well,
he can threaten combo with any minions, right? So
that's true. But now look at this. Like the BJ is just gonna work really, really well here. I think yeah, the boombots make it so that the combo is actually quite threatening, huh?
hmm,
Because they are like 3 damage each with the Savage Roar.
yeah. Fortunately
So
for Sweets, that he has a nice amount of armor in his hand. He can go BGH and Shield Maiden or BGH Shield Block.
and then just yeah. Whoa!
Wait,
These
no,
guys
he'd
are
be
so
dead, right?
aggressive. It's just like I don't care about your board. All right, let's see where this bomb goes. If it goes to face, it's actually very dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
3 damage! He's 1 damage off of the combo right now.
Okay, it's Shield Maiden and BGH. I
Uh-huh.
think he wanted to remove the 1/1 so that his BGH doesn't die to the
Right.
boom bot.
Oh my,
Okay,
and there's
so we're just
Innervate as well.
Innervate.
Wait, so this is 18 damage, so not quite lethal just yet. Oh, would it be so? You can't do that. You can't sacrifice your boom bar for extra damage.
No, because of the it's Savage Word, right? So
Right, exactly.
you
So
don't really
three,
gain that
three
much
first
damage.
4. Yeah,
Yeah,
4.
it's still not lethal.
Then I guess you have to clear the board.
Oh wow, Artie is so low here now, so he can't afford to take any more damage because he's getting threatened by lethal as well. It's so hard to say just to Scenarios here and hope you survive because Warrior has such good removal that you think that you'll die to Scenarios. I wonder if RD
I
has to combo the creatures away.
if you do you have to combo the clear? That just feels so bad.
But it might be his only chance to survive. Because
That's
his only
true.
other move is Sonarius taunt up and hope he doesn't clear your treants. Oh, that doesn't even make sense though because you're just dead on board,
Yeah,
right? Because
that
of
kind of
that.
sucks. So yeah, the combo is going to count out here. Let's see how RD decides to trade. He's gonna hit the boombot first, and this is going to go.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that is the worst.
Nope.
Oh
So
no! I think RD
instead,
just got boomed out of the game.
uh,
Ragnaros is gonna come down here, and 8 is more than 6.
it was
Oh
more than
man,
6.
8 is definitely more than 6. And Savjz takes another game with this crazy warrior deck with bouncing blades that he didn't really use, I guess. So it's kind of like normal.
I guess yeah. I mean, the warrior has played like a normal.
That deck from was it D2 or
I don't remember seeing a geomancer.
oh really? Oh my god. Yeah, it's definitely one of the
Interesting.
more interesting cards. That's like
Yeah.
kind of bursts from nowhere, right? I mean, it
Uh
gives you like
huh.
an extra oomph
Extra blood
because you're playing
mage kind of.
Thalnos. It's like a second Thalnos. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. But it seems like Savjz's hand is really, really good.
Oh, this is like the perfect hand, I think.
Yeah.
Because Miracle or it's not really Miracle maybe, but these mid-range rogues have a very hard time dealing with Armor Smith turn 2 and Acolyte turn 3 because there's no efficient ways to deal with these minions, right? Rogue usually
Exactly.
rely on like direct damage early game, not on creatures early game. Right, like the weakness of like these 1x creatures, like 1/4, 1/3, is creature combat. They're not too good at, fighting other creatures, but they're really good at soaking up removal spells, which is how Rogue generally clears early. So
Right. But now this is the perfect answer for RDU. Backstab into SI is one of the only ways you can clear it if you're starting like, first, right?
yeah, and this
And
effectively
wow.
stops. Oh, does he win axe or
I
Death
think he,
Spite?
I guess he win axes, right?
Because you
Because
can
like
threaten the world the next turn on your acolyte, but you waste the coin in a way.
yeah,
So
and I mean all of Rogue's minions are like 3 health. I mean early game, right? They don't run any 4 health four mana creatures except for Violet Teacher.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, I guess if you think your opponent has Violet Teacher, you should equip the Death Axe or the Death Spite just now.
Well, it looks like Savjz can just follow up with the Acolyte anyways, especially if
Mhm.
he doesn't equip Despite last turn. There's no sense in saving this Acolyte. You just have to play it now. Maybe he'll soak up some removal or, threaten some
Are we
stuff.
gonna see some bouncing blade shenanigans next turn? Mm,
We'll
no.
see. I don't do you Bouncing Blades on just your own Acolyte to see what happens? I guess you draw 3 cards.
Oh, not
Oh,
now.
cool.
You have the
Not,
Taskmaster. That is insane.
oh
Oh
wow,
wait. Oh,
he's
Shield Maiden
shield.
instead. Oh, okay. Huh.
It develops him more of a, I guess, more of a board because the 5/5 is
True.
stronger.
Well, and you do have 2 Shield Maidens, so you can just Shield Maiden next turn anyways too.
Yeah. So Savjz just is putting on a lot of pressure with this warrior hand again, and
Yeah.
it's super nice to be ahead in this matchup.
Well, look at that. Double spell power and a prep into fan. It's gonna wow, basically like do 3 damage across the board. That's really strong. He still has 2 more mana to work with. He can also Blade Flurry after drawing the card. Eviscerate's not gonna use here, so Blade Flurry is probably gonna use here.
This Blade Flurry is for 3. It's effectively like a Blade Flurry with the Deadly Poison, just because of how
Yeah.
much spell power.
Wait, so basically RDU just fireball the whole board with like, 6
Yeah.
everywhere. It's pretty good. But Savjz once again, I mean, just does what Warrior does, doesn't have to be flashy with spell power or
Yeah.
whatnot, just clear the board.
Savjz's plan in this game is just keep minions down and keep his health as long as possible. So
Wow, like even an easy answer for Savjz in this turn, right? Whirlwind and Execute just close the board. You could also use the 2 ooh! What is this? Getting greedy? That is pretty greedy, right?
this is pretty great because what if you get sapped here?
Yeah, exactly.
Then
Like,
effectively
because
the sap just pushes in 9-ish damage right on this Doctor Boom,
oh my
and then
god,
you're
that
stuck
is
doing the
pretty
same
good.
thing again next turn. That's actually super greedy. I wonder if he's thinking of a move like Sylvanas plus Whirlwind, and maybe if he gets lucky, the boom bots will kill Sylvanas, stealing the Doctor Boom.
Wow, really?
I don't know.
I
Is
mean,
that
that's
even
one
a
way to
thing?
deal with it, I guess.
I have no time.
But is this like a 50-50 if he doesn't? Oh my god, he is gonna go for it. So he's gonna actually clear the boom bot like this. The boom bot's gonna go. Oh!
Oh!
Oh my god! That is
Wow. Okay.
What is the chances of that happening?
I don't know.
Oh my lord! Oh, Artie's face is like, I just ate a cookie.
Big
It
game
was
hunter
a.
top deck.
Oh, never mind. It was not a salty cookie. It was a
No, not that
bittersweet. It was a bittersweet cookie. Wow.
Maybe that big game hunter makes up for it, but
I mean, yeah. I
Kind
guess
of.
you do pick your hunter.
oh
Wait,
wow.
whoa. Oh, saving the big hunter for later because he can clear this Dr. Boom really easily, huh?
Because Warrior has tons of targets to big game hunter maybe, but
Okay.
you know you're not ever gonna get something too much better than a 7-6. Kind of.
I guess. I mean, one way
Maybe
to deal
just
with Rag is to BGH it, I guess.
I think RDU wanted to develop his SI agent, right?
Oh
So
my god! What a
perfect
card!
card.
That is insane!
He was like in danger of running out of steam here, but that prep changed everything. Oh, and gets a nice Violet Teacher combo hand, right? Because you can maybe equip your weapon here this turn, and then maybe Violet Teacher, whatever happens. Like he has a lot of responses.
Alright.
And fortunately for RDU, Savjz actually uses his Deadly Poison here, so this is perfect because, I mean,
Yep.
not Deadly Poison, but the Death Spite. Because if the Death Spite is up, it's so hard to make a Violet Teacher move.
That's right. But now look at this.
Oh,
There's a Harrison.
Jones.
There's a Harrison, but then no, there's the Rag draw. And remember, RDU did save the BGH. So it's actually gonna like give it a lot of value there.
Yeah.
Pay attention, class.
Oh, and the preparation as well. This is just gonna swarm out of control.
There's going to be a lot of 1-1s after this turn.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of 1-1s.
I guess it's interesting to see if RDU decides to Deadly Poison here. It looks like he probably will Shiv and then Deadly Poison, which will give Savjz a Harrison target maybe. But you know,
Right.
Harrison while it's good, it's kind of not what Savjz needs. Savjz really needs a way to clear this board, and he doesn't have it right now.
And I don't think Bouncing Blades is a way to clear this board, right?
No, I mean it'll just kill one dude.
Yeah.
There's no way this Bouncing Blades is going down.
Oh,
Green
that's one of
Cannon.
those. That's
Okay, so
one of
next
those
turn
cards.
He has a nice response.
Wow, this game is amazing. Everybody getting what they want.
Mhm.
But I think RDU is slightly ahead here.
What do you think about like just a Lotheb turn here? It could be nice to lock out any spells, but unfortunately it doesn't actually lock out Brawl, which is a really big one. But
That's true. Oh, yep, RDU's gonna go all in, dropping both his 5 drops. Even if Geddon comes down here, like RDU is still gonna be left with 3 creatures, and that's a lot.
yeah, 3 big creatures too, because those 3 creatures are threatening 11 damage. So RD is really trying to think whether to commit the Lotheb because he can still get brawled for 10 mana, and then
Right.
he'll just be out of stuff. So he's gonna play it safe and save his Lotheb.
Now this is kind of unfortunate. The Baron Geddon actually activates at the end of turn. You can't execute anything just yet, which is kind of sad. Oh, a Ragnaros as well. That's
gonna
one of
be
the ways to finish.
Some nice burst.
Yeah, and now Lotheb's gonna-
Ragnaros plus
Yeah.
Lotheb. I mean, BGH plus Lotheb. Ragnaros next turn to finish maybe.
Wow, and you can also combo the Eviscerate. Like that is a lot of damage.
Savjz needs a brawl here, and unfortunately, the brawl would be for 10 mana too.
Yep.
There's not many other ways he can clear this board.
Oh, just
it's a
gonna YOLO
yellow
Rag
rag.
here.
Hopefully, he takes out the Lotheb for his sake.
Yep.
But
This is gonna hit, and oh,
Belcher, not that
Oh.
great.
that's not really good. So is there lethal right now for RDU?
Probably. I mean, I think there is. Okay, so
Oh, there is
he
lethal,
has
like
lethal.
Deadly
Deadly
Poison.
Poison
It
plus
does-
Eviscerate. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to roll. So there you go. RDU is not gonna get sweeped here. I mean, that
Bro
would be
takes down
sucky.
the warrior.
Yeah. Well, all
just
these.
off the back of these like really strong mid-range minions, like
Uh-huh.
all these 4 to 6 drops basically, like Lothab, Belcher, Violet Teacher, all these mid-range minions just swarmed RDU after the sprint. So
And I think RDU played.
totally another class in a way.
Well, here we go. It's gonna be a Druid with Harrison Jones. That's one of the decks that you can beat Rogue with. Oh
Yeah,
man.
but unfortunately for Savjz, he has no proactive things. He has Innervate, but then he has 3 situational cards, right? Harrison Jones, and then Swipe and Force Nate. Oh, a Wrath.
Oh
Okay,
man.
this
Oh.
isn't good.
Well,
'Cause
not good
normally, Druid, you
yet.
want to put on pressure, right? Like, you want to have all these drops, like you want to Wild Growth into Yeti, into Druid Call, all these things.
Oh, wait
You
a
don't want to
minute.
open this hand.
You can coin Innervate Harrison here. Wow.
Okay,
Action of
that's
floor at
perfect.
turn 5.
This is like totally unexpected for RD
That is
because
so
you
great.
don't expect to get Harrison like bam, right here.
Oh
This is actually
my
good.
god.
Even
That's
though you
actually
don't get you don't
terrible.
even though you don't get a really nice weapon, he just needed the cards because his whole hand
Yeah.
was situational. So
Oh my god. What a crazy start for Savjz here.
wow,
And we
yeah,
see this
that was like
Savjz
Ancient
stuff.
of Lore. Basically,
It
it
was
was
Ancient
a
Lore for
5
fun.
mana Ancient of Lore, kind of,
Yeah,
right?
also destroy your opponent's weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an extra bonus right there.
Mhm. Draw 2
And
cards for okay.
yeah. Well, Shay gonna come down here. Pretty simple. I mean, I think you should clear here.
Clear. I think you go face here.
Oh,
There's
okay.
because I don't think you clear. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so he
Okay, I
does
guess
go
that's
face.
agrees with you. Yeah, I guess he has has a nice hand for damage, I guess suppose.
Yeah, I mean Rogue doesn't really snowball minions, right? They have nothing like Argus or Abusive Sergeant.
Sure.
So most of the times the Farseer is just gonna make the same trade and you lose 5 damage. Even if say RDU makes a move like Eviscerate, um, this Farseer effectively is just going to trade with maybe a minion later. I don't think it'll be necessarily a better trade than this anyways. So
So what exactly do you do here? Do you eviscerate the face and then combo eviscerate the hairs? Oh
uh,
no! Oh my! I guess you
okay.
can't do that and expect to win, right? So
Uh,
I see where it
okay, so
is.
Earthen Ring and face, I guess. That kind
Man,
of sucks, but
that really sucks. You can Wrath to kill one, and then I mean you're pretty much left in the same position as earlier, right?
I guess it's the same thing. Probably Harrison go face again.
Yep, and then just keep the
Hero
shade. You
power
have
face.
combo.
Probably hide your shade, right?
Yeah. Oh, I mean RDU, just do it again. Run it back.
Okay.
Shiv, I mean, that's one way to combo the eviscerate, but now Belcher's gonna come down. Harrison's gaining so much value here. It's insane.
Yeah. Harrison's the perfect opening for Savjz. He picked up some of the cards he needed.
Oh my god.
Oh, Spectral Knight.
Ah, Spectral Knight is one painful minute deal if you're playing Rogue.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
thinking of just silence here, just going all in. Wow.
Mhm.
I mean, Spectral Knight is so strong against the Rogue. I think you just put it
Develop
down.
it when you can, huh?
Yeah.
Because if you Spectral Knight, you can effectively take out the Belcher with your Harrison. And then your Spectral Knight's pretty hard to kill. Because, Spectral Knight can't be eviscerated or anything, so the
Force
3/3 doesn't really threaten it.
I guess the one of the only ways to deal with a Spectral Knight is like, Flurry with Deadly
Mhm.
Poison or something.
Yeah.
But man, you are just so far behind after that. Wow, really debating about the silence.
I think Savjz is counting lethal because if you keep her here and just go face for 9 and you have all this burn in your hand, maybe he feels he just wins.
Alright, well, thanks better of it. It's pretty Spectral Knight. I think I like that play a little bit more than the silence. You never know if your opponent can like prep something crazy, a
Yeah.
flurry, and then just clear your board, right?
Hmm.
So now with RDU, facing a Spectral Knight, a Hidden Shade.
So weird because the majority of Savjz's board is untargetable with spells. So
Right.
he needs a lot of magic to happen.
Oh jeez.
I guess since you can't target the Spectral Knight or the Shade, it's just gonna be a Loatheb and trade the slime for the Harrison and just go face.
I
I mean, he'd prefer to
guess.
remove the board, but he just can't. So I guess his only option is to develop your own.
Man, that
strong
does kind of suck. So there you go. Savjz just now has a 5/5 shade. Oh my god, another
Wow.
Spectral
The
Knight
perfect top deck because
of
his
Lothar.
whole exactly because of Loatheb. He had nothing else
Oh
to do.
no. So what? This whole board from Savjz is not targetable with spells at all.
No, do you think you unstealth the Shade now or what?
I
There's
mean,
a Savage Roar, but
there is a Savage Roar. That's true.
oh wow, is this thinking about trading off on the minions here?
I think if you trade it off, then you're not revealing the shade.
I don't see a reason to trade for the 3/3. I
Yeah.
think he's thinking of whether to unstealth here or not. Because with this many minions, you have to feel that you might as well unstealth. Right.
Mhm.
Because there's other minions that are targetable with your minions, so you might as well, just go for it. I'm a
Exactly.
little bit surprised that he goes for the 5/5 instead of face.
Well, it feels like he has enough damage, right? I mean, just look at his hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh, is that a card to draw? That
there's
is
a Blade Flurry.
board clear.
Wow.
A speck of hope for RDU, I guess.
Unfortunately, he's still taking the 4 damage.
Yeah.
But a board clear is still. I mean, it's still exactly what he needed because there's no way for RDU to play this game and play the future turns. Right? You need to just take the damage here, and at least you have a chance going into the future game instead of just dying to Spectral Knights.
Oh, but then remember if you hit the 4, you're down to 14. So Savjz only has like 3 turns for lethal.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's
it's his only way to clear it
Right.
because otherwise he's taking the 4 anyways next turn, and maybe even 8.
Well, I guess he's still doing it. It's really the only option RDU has at this moment. So painfully takes the 4, painfully trades the Farseer, and
So if it's top deck's Innervate, he just wins.
right, that's one of the ways to win. Oh my
Oh,
god.
more damage.
Oh, it's more yeah, that's what
Okay.
the doctor ordered, really.
Yeah, more damage.
You also have the silence for like a possible belcher, right? So this is looking insane. Oh wow, he thinks of he
Shade
thinks
plus
the shade is
Keeper.
good. Okay,
Oh.
just put more minions on the board.
Okay, so this way he's throwing lethal maybe even next turn because you can drill a claw and Savage Roar on turn 8, even
Right.
before the Force Nature and Savage Roar.
Oh wow. Well, there you go. We're gonna see Thanos backstab.
And that's
Oh.
lethal for Sates next turn.
Yeah, it
remember?
is. Wow. What a way.
Yeah, just too much. It's the Spectral Knights. Rogue, even though rogues aren't playing the Miracle anymore, it's still the same style. Like they still rely on all the same spells. The
Mhm.
backstabs and eviscerates. Spectral Knight is just ruins their day.
Right, and there we go. Force of Nature is going to do it with the hero power. Savjz is going to be the first player to win 1-0 in this brackets, and RDU is going to fall to the losers bracket where he has one more chance to stay in this competition. So congratulations goes to